What is up, beautiful people? It's your girl Cam, and I'm back with another video. Let's celebrate our wins with monthly memory keeping spreads. Mhm. So welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Cam. This is Piece of the Plans, and I am so glad that you are here. If this is your first time joining me, welcome, welcome. I do hope you find some inspiration here. If you do, I hope you'll leave me a like and consider hitting that subscribe button as well. If you're an OG, welcome back, welcome back. Today I'm going to be starting a new practice in my journal of celebrating my wins every month. So at Christmas time, my planner bestie Larissa gave me this journal from Archer and Olive. And I have an identical one to this that I'm using for my reading journal. But I was on YouTube just minding my own business, and I came across this channel called My Abiding Journal. And in um, her video, I don't remember the young lady's name, but in her video, she was sharing her monthly memory spreads in her journal. I think she uses the Dingbats journal, but every month she comes in and she puts a spread together just with highlights of her month with photos and decoration, and she writes a few words about it. And I want to start that practice in this journal. When I saw her video, I thought, wow, that is the perfect way to use the journal that I was gifted for Christmas. So let's get into it. I'm so excited to put these pages together, y'all. I've got everything printed out, my photos, I've got some deco that we're going to use. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to link the video from My Abiding Journal down in the description box, because if you are not following her, you should be. She has great content over there. She has lots of content about keeping a journal. She also has some faith content, just really good quality content over there at My Abiding Journal. So go over there and say hi to her. If you're not subscribed, maybe you'll consider subscribing. I remember where I want this sticker. I think I want to come down just a little bit. I kind of played, because everything is already cut out. I kind of played around with these stickers before I turned on this camera, just so I wouldn't be all over the place. And just trying to remember where I had this little deco sticker. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a little bit of deco and a label for the month of January with these pretty cool January colors. And then I want to put down my Happy New Year. I bought a new mini photo printer, and y'all, I don't think I'm happy with it. I think I may have to get another one, because it's just not like my old Kodak. It's a Kodak, but it's different. It's built different. It is built different. I bought it because it was on sale, and you know the old adage, you get what you pay for. Yeah, that applies here, because it is not like my previous Kodak printer. It has the sticky back paper, which I can appreciate, but I think that somewhere along the line they traded the quality of the photos for the sticky back paper, which I don't think that was a good trade-off. I'm going to work with this little printer a little bit longer because I mean I did pay for it, but it's giving me a little bit of grief. One thing that it does is it saves photos that, like when I go into the app and create a collage of photos, it saves that collage like automatically. And maybe there's a setting that I can go into to undo that, but I don't need you to save it. I already have the photos saved in my phone. I don't need you to save the collage too. Like that little stuff like that just annoys me. Like, why are you doing that? But anyway, back to celebrating our wins, because that's really what I'm here for. I have pictures from what my husband and I did for New Year's Day, and everything, not everything we've done this month, but lots of things that we've done throughout the month of January. Meeting up with family and friends, going on date nights. That's really what all of these photos are about. Now, one thing that I will say is that this photo paper, it comes up pretty easily and I can move it around. I do appreciate that about it. I'm going to cut this photo a little bit. Yeah. So when I was going through my my phone, it was really hard for me to pick which photos I wanted to use. So I printed out quite a bit more than I'm ever going to use, just because I always feel like I want to have more photos than I need, as opposed to not enough photos. So I've got a couple photos over here on my right that I have kind of chosen to kick them to the curb for this particular spread. But because I don't want the page to be all photos, I want to leave some space for deco, which we'll add in just a couple minutes. And I also want to leave room for me to write some things about what happened throughout the month. I don't want to have just photos, photos, photos everywhere with no space to write things in. Okay, so that's going to do it for the left-hand side. Then for the right-hand side, let's kick it off. But I love the idea of using a journal like a scrapbook. And y'all know I love the concept of celebrating your wins. That is the cherry on top for me. To celebrate joy and happiness and love and friendship when and where you can. When and where you can. Celebrate. Okay, now that I've got all of my photos in where I want them, the next thing I want to do is go in with some of the deco. So what I did was I went on to Canva and I just printed out all kinds of wintry clip art. And I also printed out things like movie night, date night. So right now I'm just going to add some of these decorative pieces in that I have printed on sticker paper. And I'm just going to put quite a few of these in, but like I mentioned, I'm still going to leave room for um, my writing. I'm going to add this big snowflake up here at the top, and it's okay to cover up parts of photos. It's okay to write on top of your photos. There are really no rules to this. It really is just about what you like and what looks aesthetically pleasing to you. That really is the whole point of just kind of getting creative with your journal, is to do what looks good and what feels good to you in your journal. So one thing that has been really big for me this year is my Bible study. So I want to make sure I put that in this spread. I have been really enjoying the Christ in All of Scripture Bible study this year. And yeah, I want to make sure I document that too here in this spread. Slide this over just a little bit. You can put anything in your journal. You can put your pets. You can put your community involvement and volunteer experiences. You can put your weight loss journey if that's what you're doing. You can put recipes that you're trying. If you are a baker and you love to bake cakes and you bake a different cake um, every week. One of the ladies from my church was saying that her sister makes these sugar-free cakes that are really good, and she's bringing one to a party that we're having very soon. So I'm looking forward to that, because I don't know that I've ever had a sugar-free cake. I may have, but I don't recall. I don't recall ever having one. But there are different things that she uses to substitute for the sugar. So maybe if that's something that you're into, healthy recipes, you could put them in your journal. There are no rules. It really is just about what you want to document, what you want to celebrate. And then I came up with these little icons and stickers that have things like date night, movie night on them. I think I have a smaller one. And I made different sizes just because I wasn't sure what kind of space I was going to have. And I'm glad I did that, because now I'm seeing that some stickers I want to be pretty tiny. So I'm looking and I see I have an empty space up here at the top. I'm just going to add a little sticker there. The temperatures were absolutely frigid in January. So I'm going to have this little girl here, and I'm going to add um, maybe a little snowflake next to her, because we did get a little bit of snow and ice. And then for the first time in I don't know how long, I went to an event and I forgot to take pictures. And it is like a joke with my family and friends that every time I go somewhere, I am going to take pictures. Period. I'm taking pictures and I'm taking video. Well, my husband normally takes video and I take the pictures. It is the running joke that for me, if I don't have pictures of it, it didn't happen. And at this particular dinner that I went to with some friends from our church, I did not take any pictures. And I literally cannot believe that I forgot to take pictures. Like it baffles me that I actually did that. So anyway, what I did when I realized it was I went on Pinterest and found some pictures of a bunch of people sitting around a table and having dinner together. So this is so hilarious to me, but that's going to represent us hanging out for dinner that night. And I'm going to write a little story, a little tiny bit about it over here on this side. But when I tell you that is so unusual for me, but I definitely enjoyed myself, definitely had a good time. And I think that's really what is most important, to be in the moment sometimes and just enjoy yourself. So I definitely did that night. But I like photos too. I like to have photos. Oh, this was another date night. So let me grab another date night sticker. There we go. And I'll layer the date night sticker up with a little snowflake. Put the snowflake down first and then add the date night on there. And I'm pretty much done adding photos. I just want to point out a couple other things that I put on this spread just to kind of give you some ideas of things that you could use on your spread too. I printed out a little coat here for the snow day, just a little clip art image of a coat. I also printed out a screenshot of my favorite worship song for the month. I think I mentioned in the previous video that I've really been trying to be more intentional about my worship time. And one of the songs that has really been blessing me is "Open the Eyes of My Heart" by Jordan Welch. It has really been blessing me this month. And so I printed out a little screenshot of that, and I'll write something about it over here in this section. What else? Those are just some ideas of things. I printed out the logo from the restaurant that we went to. Like I said, a little movie clapper, a little date night, little snowflakes. So all those kinds of things can just kind of tie your spread together and make it look beautiful and cohesive. Beautiful and cohesive. Now I'm just going to draw some boxes that I'm going to use to write my stories about these photos. This will tell me exactly where I'm going to write. And I don't have to write about all of the photos. You know, like I said before, there are no rules to this. You do whatever you like. If you would like for yours to be all photos and no words and just celebrate with the photos every month, that is also beautiful and valid to do it that way. If you want to tell some stories about the photos, that is also beautiful. However you want to create your memory pages, as long as you're happy with the outcome. All right, so this is going to do it for me for this particular layout, and I am going to do my best to come in and do these at the end of the month or the beginning of a new month to celebrate last month's joyous times and joyous moments. And please, please, please don't forget to go by and visit my abiding journal, because she is the person that inspired this entire journey that I am on. And her channel is fantastic. She has lots of good information over there. And I think that you will like what you see over there. So if you're not subscribed to her already, I highly recommend that you go over there, check her out, and subscribe. Okay, so that's going to do it for me. I hope you have a great February. I hope that you are taking some time to celebrate your wins. And I hope that your week is full of love, joy, and most of all, peace. I'll see you next time.